Hey, it's Meg here, and we're doing another figure show and tell with Chocola and Vanilla here from Nekopara. Alright, so these are the freeing S-style 112 scale painted figure swimsuit figures. Alrighty, so these are the S-style line is one of my favorite because they're cheap, they don't take up a lot of space, and the quality is very good for small little scale figures. So they're cheap and easy to collect. Even though all the other anime figures have gone up in price now. So, all right. So let's go over how much I got them for and where I got them from. I ordered them from Hobby Link Japan. I think as of now you can probably still get them. And I got it for 3,990 yen. So that's about, say, it's like 4,000 yen almost. I'd say that's about $35 ish, about $35. And the shipping, I shipped it with a bunch of stuff, so I don't think I paid like $40 for the shipping, but it was with a bunch of other items. So the shipping shouldn't be that much for the two figures because the boxes are so small. Okay. Alright, so we're going to do each one at a time. So you can see here, this is number 27 in the figure line, and this is number 28 in the figure line. I have, man, I must have like at least 8 S-style figures. So, and the one thing about the S-style figure line is that they sell them in pairs. Okay, so we got Chocola and Vanilla here, and I believe they're going to have the other. They're gonna have the other cat girls too. So those of you fans of the Nekopara anime or the visual novel games, you got figures to look forward to. And one of the nice things about these figures is they're inexpensive. A lot of the Nekopara figures, they're either hard to find or they're very expensive, or they're like very lewd looking figures. So this is a swimsuit figure, can't go wrong, right? Alright, so let's start with Chocola. Alright, okay, so here we have the freeing S-style Chocola 112 scale swimsuit figure. This is number 28 in the line here, and we'll go take a look at the box real quick. So, like all the other S-style figures, they all kind of have the same format. So it says S-style up here. It says it's from Nekopara, and this is Chocola swimsuit version right here. And this is number 27 in the S-style line. Here we got a picture of Chocola right here, maybe like a 3/4. They kind of chopped her off at the knees. And then there's a kind of like, yeah, it's kind of a patisserie background there, because they work at the patisserie shop. I like that. And there's a little doily in the back too, and there's like cupcakes and donuts and the strawberry and all that stuff. So yeah, and then yeah, there you got the actual figure right here. It says there's the S-style logo right here. Here's a Nekopara logo right here. It says swimsuit version, I'm guessing, and this is a 112 scale painted figure. Alright, and then there's a copy right here, Neko Works. Okay. Here's the side. I'd like to point out the box has a matte finish, so it doesn't reflect much on my light, so I can get a good video on this one. A lot of the boxes have a lot of glossy finishes, and my lighting shines on it a whole lot. This one doesn't reflect it at all. So here it says product number. I don't know why there's a bunch of extra squares here that like don't say anything, but you've got a product number 27 here. Then you got that same kind of pink background, but there's little cat paws on top here, and then the doily, and then you got a full picture of the figure right here from a different angle, and it says S-style at the bottom. It's a nice box. It's got some nice designs on it, Alright, and then here we got like kind of like a half shot of the figure from the front and back, and then so this shows all the other figures in the line. There's Chocola, Vanilla, And then we got the other two girls here. I guess these are the other ones that you'll be looking forward to getting, seeing me doing another video on in the future. So I guess these are the second pair that's going to come out, and they have, interesting to note, they have matching swimsuits. Yeah, they're all matching. The swimsuits all match each other. All right, we got a bunch of info here in Japanese, and then the Fraying logo right here. It is made out of PVC and ABS, according to this. Made in China. And then here is the other side, and it's kind of a 3/4 shot of her back. And then you got the S-Style logo here, and all the same other info that's been on each side, pretty much. All right, let's go take a look at the top of the box. There's the top of the box. It's kind of like a half picture of the figure from the front. S-Style Nekopara Chocola swimsuit version. Now they managed to fit all the squares. And then you got the S-Style logo right here. And the color theme for this box is pink. Pink, because the vanilla one is kind of bluish. Alright, and there's the bottom, it's just black. Alright, let's go open her up. Okay, one thing to note before I open her up, this box came kind of opened already. So you can see it's already kind of like ajar here. That's the way it came when I got it, so I don't know why. Hopefully the figure is fine inside. The box looks fine though, so. There's a little square dot here. Okay, inside of the box, there is just kind of brown cardboard stuff. Okay, nothing special in there except for a little instruction manual. Okay, let's set that aside. Let's take a look at the manual before we start taking everything apart. So there you go. That's how she goes. The head goes on the body, and then the ice cream goes in the hand, and then the body goes on the base. Some assembly required, but nothing too difficult at all. Okay, there she is, Chocola, fully assembled and unboxed. So I hope you guys enjoyed that unboxing because it took a while to get her out of the packaging. There was like 4 layers of packaging. If you ask me, I'm not gonna lie, it seemed like a little excessive, but it's nice to see that they took great care to that your waifu got here, undamaged. So she looks good. She looks good. So let's do a quick 360, and then I'm going to take a close look at her, and then I'll tell you what I think. Alright. Okay, so I've kind of looked her over, and she, for the most part, she's perfect. There's nothing wrong with her. She might be a little dirty. There might be a little dust. Oh no, it's not. It's like something wrong with the paint. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so there's a couple, QC things here and there, but for the most part, she's perfect, as I want to say. The skin looks very nice. The skin looked very good on the box, and the skin does look good in real life. So it looks so smooth, I want to touch it. So yeah, there she is, Chocola, very cute. So let's talk about the base first. The base is it's kind of like this. Like all the S-Style figures, it's kind of like a cog or a gear. It's kind of like, let's say like a peach color, sort of. Not quite pink. Let me go tilt the camera down. Okay, so there's the base. Yeah, so it's like all the other S-Style figures. It's like a cog. I'm sure the chocolate and the vanilla one is going to be the same way, but a different color. So there is a steel peg here. and then there's like kind of teeny tiny little pegs to keep her from rotating. I'm not really sure what I think about that. The figure is very light. I don't think it'll droop over time. I hope not. Just want to make sure she's on there, properly. Yeah. So there's a little peg. There's a really short, shallow peg on the very front of her foot. And so since we're down here, let's go talk about the feet. So there they are. And she's got a little nail polish on. It's kind of like a hot pink kind of nail polish. I don't know if the camera can really capture that color too well. You can see the other foot right there too. Okay. I guess we'll just work our way up. Yeah, so her skin is like, it's so bright. She has such white skin. So she's got this little sunflower right here, band around her thigh. And it's very nice, like how it's kind of like the band is like elastic, and you can see the skin kind of flexing a little bit around it. It looks very realistic. I like it. Okay. Skin is very good, nice and soft. It's a little matte finish. I don't see any kind of brush strokes or anything or weird molding lines anywhere. It looks perfect. Yeah. Yeah, it does look perfect. There is a little bit of shading on the skin, but it doesn't seem like there's too much on the nether regions. So there's her bikini bottom right there. Let's go move the camera up a little bit. Okay. So there's the bikini bottom right there. Pretty nice. It's a string bikini, so you can see it's tied right here. And it has like two little hearts here over there. I like the little touches, little detailed touches here. There's a little flower right here. It's like a kind of like a hot pink and a purple on the bottom. Okay. Very nice. And there's the back of it. Just kind of continues its way up there. And then we could take a look at her tail. Her tail is kind of strange looking in that, like, there's little bumps on it. There's a little bump here, and I thought, like, oh, maybe it's like some overspray, but it's not. It's that's just the way her tail is. She's got these little bumpy spots on her tail. So, yeah, it's like it goes all the way around her tail, like. And then she has a little sunflower strapped around the tip of her tail almost. Okay, and then there's the back, so you can kind of see. It's really hard to see in the lighting, but if I put more light on it, it just makes it harder to see. It makes her skin like super bright. But yeah, you can see a little bit of shading down her back where her spine is, sorta. Okay, and then we can look at her tummy. Her tummy looks nice. There's a belly button here. She has a very flat, smooth tummy, and then there's her bikini top right there. She's got a flower right here, and there's like kind of like a strap around here, and then the two parts that go around her boobs. You can see a little bit of nipple poking out of it. Okay, and then it is an interesting looking bikini, and then there's a little bow right here. And then there's a strap that goes around her neck. Okay, pretty nice. And then I can make it out some shading on her elbows and kind of her armpits and stuff. There's just a faint little subtle shading, but the camera really can't pick it up, unfortunately. And then there's the ice cream. She's got that same kind of hot pink nail polish. I don't know if the camera can really capture that. I'm a little disappointed in my camera right now. Yeah, it looks a little dull, but it looks like a hot pink to me right now with my eyeballs. And then there's the ice cream cone. Now you can take the ice cream cone out. She doesn't, she's just kind of just holding it for real. And let's see if I can focus a little better on that. And then there's it has neko ears on it. So there's like a little ear here and a little ear there. Okay. And it's chocolate, obviously, because her name is Chocola. And then there's her twin tails right here. Let's zoom out a little bit. Okay, so we can see the twin tails. I don't know, for some reason this kind of strand right here is a little bit lighter than the rest of them, but for the most part the hair is all one color. Same color as her tail too. Her tail's like a chocolate color too. All one color, except for that one strand. I don't know why. Okay, and the hair looks great. There was some kind of spots on it. Yeah, this does look like a little messed up right here. Other than that, it looks pretty good. And then there was a little bit of there's a little bunch of dirt here. It's dirt or something. There's some kind of mark right here. Yeah, you can see it in the camera. There's a little kind of like a little white spot there. So some little QC stuff, but it's not a big deal. Something to do with when, I don't know, when they painted her hair. It looks like a scratch or something. I don't know. Okay, and then we'll go look at her face. Her face looks great. Her mouth is open. Her eyes are on straight and everything. Let's go zoom in on her face a little bit. Okay, and then she has 3 more flowers in her hair. She has so many flowers on her. And then there's her hand right there, up there, and you can see her neko ears, and then she's got little white, like little fluffy white in at the base of her ear. And we got 2 more flowers here that tie her hair in the pigtails. Very nice. I don't see any kind of glue anywhere. You know, they went to great lengths, the attention to detail, you know. Alright, so there she is. So I'm pretty happy with her. Other than just a little couple QC errors, it's no big deal. Especially for how much she costs. So it's pretty much the cost of you know, like a prize figure, but it's got the quality of a scale figure, you know, because it is a scale figure. All right, well, thanks for watching. That one is that's the Chocola. Now we'll go take a look at the vanilla one, and then after that we'll have the 360s of both figures. All right. Okay, so this is your 2-for-1 video here. So there she is. There's vanilla, and so unlike the other box, the other box was pink. This one is blue. All right, so it's got a lot of blue kind of styling to it. So here we got S-Style Nekopara Vanilla Swimsuit version, number 28. So she's the one that comes, the number that comes after Chocola. And then you got a kind of 3/4 shot of the figure front right here. There's a little doily, just exactly the same as the Chocola figure, but it's blue, basically. S-Style Nekopara Swimsuit version, 1/12 scale painted figure. I'm gonna kind of like speed this one up because it's kind of almost the same stuff as the other box. So here we got the full shot of the figure here. Product's number 28. Okay, and it's like it's a blue. All right, here we got the half pictures of the Chocola, vanilla, front and back here, and then the other figures in the line. Okay, and then here we got 3/4 of the back right here, and then we're back at the front, and then the top is kind of like a half of the figure, and then it says S-Style Nekopara Vanilla Swimsuit. S-Style. All right, let's go open her up. Okay, so there's the same dealie. It's pretty much exactly the same assembly instructions as the Chocola, except it's vanilla. Okay. Okay, there we go. So there's vanilla, all assembled. So pretty much the same way. I had a little trouble putting her head on. I had to actually look at the box to see which way it goes, and then, yeah, the hair goes in the back there and stuff. So it's a little tricky, but but I got it. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick 360 for you guys. Okay, and I'm going to go take a quick look at her, and I'll tell you what I think about her. Okay, well that's kind of annoying. There's like a little thread hanging off her butt. Trying to get it off. Try not to scratch the figure though. I get it? Nope, still there. It's very hard. You can't see it in the camera, but I can see it. I get it? There it is. I got it off. See? I don't know. This big old, kind of like thread. You can see if I hold it. Yeah. See? There's a big old thread just hanging there. It was bothering me. So okay. Now she's good. All right. I will take another look at her. Okay, well, looked her over, and you know she's about as good as the Chocola. Okay, there's a couple like kind of little dots and stuff around her, so she's not like perfect, but she's near perfect. So let's start from the base again. So there's the base. Like I said, it was going to be like a gear or cog. This one is a kind of like a blue color, like an ice blue. It mounts the same exact way. There's a steel peg on her heel, and then there's a kind of like a locator peg on the front just to keep her from twisting around, you know. And it's all the weight is bared on like one leg. I'm not really happy with that, but that's okay. I think like for such a small light figure, I don't think it'll matter, you know. It's not. Hopefully, it doesn't start drooping over time. There it is. Okay, her skin seems like it's more pale than the Chocola's. Chocola skin. Chocola's a little more tanned. She has kind of like a light blue nail polish for her feet. Okay, let's go move up. Okay, she has this. She's got a flower band around her thigh. You can tell Chocola is a lot skinnier. Yeah, she's a lot skinnier than the Chocola figure. Chocola's figure is what I'm saying. she's very thin compared to Chocola. Chocola is a kind of more rounded figure. She has a more rounded figure is what I want to say. And she has the flower is on the opposite thigh. Okay? And then there's the bikini bottom. She's got a little flower here that's tied into a bow here. And then it's kind of like a dark blue, or like almost like a purplish kind of blue, and a white paint on the bottom. And then there's a blue string that goes all the way around to the other side. Okay. You see this very pale skin. Okay. Yeah, the skin looks okay. There might be a little bit of shading around the knees and behind the knees. Yeah, just a tiny bit of shading. I don't think the camera will be able to pick that up. I can barely make it out with my eyeballs, you know. Okay, and then there's the upper half of the figure. Like I said, she's a little bit skinnier than Chocola. There's her bikini top. It's got a little flower in the bow. It's almost, yeah, it's pretty much just like the Chocola bikini, except it's a different color. It's got that white and kind of blue lining to it. There's a little bow up there. Kind of goes. This one kind of goes all the way around. There's no like string or anything. Okay. The other one just kind of had a string going around the back. She's got very small buoys. And then the top part kind of comes together here at the bow, and then it goes around the neck. It looks very good. And then you can kind of see some shading around the joints and the armpits, but she has very pale skin. Like I said, vanilla doesn't get out in the sun very much, I guess. You can kind of make out some shading on her back too. Okay, and then there's her tail. Just like the Chocola tail, there's like little bumps and stuff on it. So I guess, you know, that's That's just them. And then there's a flower up here. Flowers in the same places where the twin tails are. She's got 2 up here. And then there's her ears. Her hair is kind of like it's a white hair with like a pink shading. You can kind of see like some kind of shades of pink. It's kind of hard to see in the camera. It looks kind of more purpley in the camera, but I tell you, it looks pink, very pinkish. It's hard for the camera to pick it up. Okay, and then there's the twin tails. Very nice. There's the ice cream. So it's the same ice cream as Chocola's, except it's a vanilla ice cream, obviously, right? And it has the 2 neko ears on it. See right here and right here. It's kind of like melting a little bit. There's her face. Very cute face. Eyes are on there. Her mouth is open just a tad. Okay. Yeah, I can't really find anything wrong with her. There's a couple like kind of like dirty spots or something, and it's not like dust or anything. It's stuck on the figure. Like it's hard. It'll be hard to make out, but like yeah, there's one right here on her thigh, like right kind of where this flower is. There's a little kind of blue dot there, and then there's another one. Oh yeah, there's another one right here on her finger. Yeah, you can kind of make it out, just like it's on her like ring finger. There's a little dot right there. Other than that, she's perfect. There's really nothing wrong with her. I like her. She's a little cutie. So definitely another good S-style figure. I'll go get some 360s of each figure, and then we'll put them together, and then that'll be it. So sorry, this one is a kind of a long one because I had 2 figures to do. Alright, peace me out.